Sufyan Shah. Speaking to you today, bringing you knowledge of self. Today's Sufa is the 12 senses. I know you have told and been told there are 5, but there are not only 5. That 5 unfolds to 12, and in between 12 and 5 you have 7. And so we're going to expand upon the 7 senses above your 5 senses, or your common 5 that you was trained into. So the 5 is how you was trapped into the pentagram, and the 12 is how you become back into a circle, or how you go back into the circle. And so understanding this is very prevalent. Why? For going from the outer to the inner, from the external to the internal. And therefore, the next lessons can take you from the internal to the eternal. All praises to all love. So as we see, we already known with 5 senses. So let's start. Well, let's put the 5 senses in order. Number 1 is seeing. Number 2 is hearing. Number 3 is smelling. Number 4 is tasting. 5 is touching. Okay, now here comes the 5. Here comes the 7 in between the 5 and the 12. To get you out of the pentagram and to get you into at least the hexagram, which is an equal, stable nucleus, versus erratic, free radical type of charged particle. So understanding the difference is how you come into the 6th sense. And the 6th sense is balance. You ever been off balance? You ever been about to fall? So you know what balance is, or at least a sense of balance. That's number 6. Number 7 is a sense of heat. Your sense of heat is your 7th sense. Your sense of cold is your 8th sense. Your sense of cold is your 8th sense. Your sense of pain is your 9th sense. The sense of your position is your 10th sense. So pain shouldn't be having much. Your 9th sense shouldn't have to be explained. Pain, you have felt pain. So now you know others feel pain. Because every one that has a flesh is encased in these 12 senses. But most are only known to 5. And once again, that's leaving them trapped into the pentagram. That we know who love to use the pentagram. And so, into the understanding, number 10, position. You got to know your position. Are you in position or are you out of position? You ever been out of position when someone came to your position, but you wasn't there? Same thing, that's out of position. So if you was there, that would have been in position. So when it comes to this divine knowledge, you want to make sure that you in position and not out of position. And the 11th sense is intuition. So 11, your intuition is known as your 11th sense or your 6th sense. So if you heard of that movie, 6th Sense, That's where you get intuition. This is your psychic ability to lead to your 12th sense, which is navigation, knowing how to move correctly, proper insight. So the one seeing from the outternal leads you to the 12 insight, where you start seeing internally. And this will get you from the outer external to the inner internal. And we don't have to make it any deeper. It's already deep itself. All you need to do now, since acquiring this spiritual wisdom, is to apply it. And as you apply, study self. And as you study self, apply what you study. And so, understanding that these are the heavens that can become on earth. And this is how earth goes to the dream state. See, so you going insight, and in the dream, don't you have sight? But that sight is now it's not the same as your external. So this is how we get to the understanding, which is insight. So we completed the 12 that controls the lower self. Those 12 is called the gnosis. And now you have the gnosis of the lower self, the knowledge of the lower self, the sense and powers of man himself. Peace, love, and KOS. Sufjan Shah Reed.